Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of LipstickSheWrote. I'm your host Jamie. I'm here with my friend Tony X, Tony Cross.
Hi.
Some of you may know him, some of you may not. Tony is an international DJ from New York, or based in New York from Trinidad. So I brought Tony on today to discuss with you the elements of music, him traveling, and some things that he has going on under his belt at the moment that's going to flourish or continue to prosper very well for him for 2019. So Tony, what up?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I was just telling you, I feel nervous interviewing you and I have no idea why. I'm pretty good at this. I don't know. I'm a little hot, guys. So yeah, we are in the element of partying and having a good time. Hey, Tony, what's he seeing wherefore? So I guess maybe in this element, yeah, it's a little something serious now. So I feel that kind of have my
You shouldn't feel like that, it's me.
nervous, you know? So tell the people, well, first off, I want to know, what is the difference between Tony Cross and Tony X? Or is it just the X and they call it Cross? What's the heights behind it?
Cross actually came from a nickname that I had a long time ago. A friend, alright, I had to go back before that. Actually, growing up in Brooklyn on the microphone, I kind of have a zero tolerance kind of attitude on the microphone. So everybody know me as a sort of bad boy on the mic. So my friend used to say, don't get Tony Cross angry, miserable.
That makes
so
complete
he started calling
sense.
me Tony Cross.
Okay.
And the nickname kind of stuck. But then after a couple years ago when I rebranded myself, I changed the cross into an X, which kind of just represents a cross.
The cross, which totally makes sense because he's a cross in real life. In real life, he's a cross. Don't get you upset.
So,
you're very passionate about what you do.
Yes.
And that I know, from you. Outside of having fun and everything when it comes to work and business, straight and to the point.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of an idea of what you have going on for 2019. I want you to tell the people who is Tony. And what they can expect from you.
Tony is just all-around entertainer. You know what I mean? Like I started DJing a long time ago, maybe when I was 13 years old. I started DJing. And then I had some friends who used to keep a black party in Brooklyn, and they had a really huge sound system, like a lot of speakers. And a friend of mine used to DJ, but every time he used to keep the black party, he always used to give me the microphone and say something while I changed the records. So I started saying stuff and realized, and he was like, you have a decent little voice there, like you should work on that more. And I was like, really? So I kind of picked up a little DJing skills from him and then eventually started doing my own thing and talking while I was playing. So I kind of figured out how to do that together and put it together. And years rolled by and I had a little cousin wanted to DJ with me as well. And I said, maybe that'll take a little slack off of me, let me teach him. And he started DJing as well. And then I just kind of picked up the mic and realized that, you know what? I think I really have a notch for this and let me kind of stick to this a little bit. Then got involved in radio, so it became more and more of me just talking. So I kind of laid back on the DJing and focus on MCing.
So do you feel like you have any regrets not pursuing DJing to an extent, or do you feel like if you had pursued it, it could have been a household name, even though you are a household name where you can DJ and mic for yourself?
I don't think so, because I tell people this all the time. There's a million guys doing that, but there's a handful of guys doing what I do.
Okay.
You understand? So it becomes easier, number one, and it becomes we're actually in more higher demand the way how the industry is running now. Because I mean, say 90% of your parties actually need a hype man, and when you go down the list, I mean, I'm probably on that list to call.
Okay.
So when you're looking at the DJ list now, so who do you pick?
It's a lot. It is a lot.
And then there's us. So you can't go wrong with what it is that I do.
All right. Well, within the industry of being a DJ or a hype man or a mic man, I like to call it a mic man.
Right.
What has been some of the challenges within the industry? As you said, growing up in Brooklyn at the age of 13, you've been in it for a while, so it's not an overnight process for you. What are some of the challenges you've faced within the industry, whether it's, not getting booked to being overexhausted in terms of bookings, and how do you
Yeah, I mean,
find that?
it's challenges that come every day, all the time, dealing with people, because to be honest, it's a people person business that we're in, and dealing with people, a lot of people most times is very stupid, and having to be in this industry and trying to put on a certain persona when you know you're not really that person, it's kind of challenging to deal with people on a daily basis, you know what I mean, and still sticking to you being yourself, because a lot of people can't really handle when people be themselves and be the truth and talk the truth. A lot of people think, oh, he's this and he's that, and when you're just really being you. So it's little everyday challenges that come along with it, but I mean, you learn and you know how to roll with it.
Well, with that point that you bring up, you know, it's kind of, I have heard people say, you know, Tony, cocky is something that, you know, they tend to say about yourself.
Right.
And you bringing up the point of having your identity and being your true self to not being who the industry or who these socialites expect you to be.
Right.
It could come off as you being cocky, but it's a way that you stand on your own. That's you. That's your true self. How does that affect you?
That's a good question, actually, but it doesn't really affect me because I don't let it affect me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's like some people will call it cocky when I call it confidence. You know, and at the end of the day, and I always had that confidence in myself, and I know that, like, I would look at certain people and say, I am better than that person, and I learn how to speak things into existence, and I know how to be me at the same time doing that, and it's my confidence that got me here right now. Me being that person and walking on a stage in front of thousands of people and saying, I could do this, I'm not scared. You understand what I'm saying? And having that confidence within myself is what actually have me here today, because I'm not in nothing nobody could throw at me, nobody could say. It doesn't affect me at all.
Well, confidence is everything. Confidence is key. And without being a confident person, you would be swept under the rug for anything that you do.
Especially in this business, you will get eaten up alive. They will eat you. You understand? So you have to know when they throw the stones, you have to know how to catch them and build a stand and stand up on top of it and say hi.
I like that. It's so true. There's a lot of, as you said, a lot of DJs. There's a lot of young persons, or even, not even young, but young adults that possibly look on to you guys and see this glamorous life. You know, you travel every weekend. Have some of the finer things in life. You can walk into a party and, oh, Tony, go through, you know, you and your +1, your +2, whatever. There's not a challenge in the eyes of some. But yet still, you know that there are challenges on the back end. For someone who's looking on, how would you, or what advice would you give them to walk in the path in which they're trying to come in this business, whether it's a DJ, whether it's a mic man, just this entertainment world in itself? What kind of advice would you give?
Nobody's gonna promote you like you. Nobody's gonna help you like you. People gonna say they're down for you. Everybody's gonna say yeah. Nobody really wanna jump on board until things start happening for you. So the only person you can depend on is yourself. If you wanna market yourself, promote yourself, invest money into yourself. Everything that you're doing, do it for yourself. Don't depend on anybody else. We live in a different era now. We're in a social media era now where everything is basically online, and people want to see daily what we're doing, what's going on, what moves they're making. Guess what? Learn how to manipulate that and market yourself, like promote yourself. Even if it's something as simple as walking in a party with a cup. We take pictures all the time, but my cup is in my hand. So when somebody see that with your name on it, you're basically promoting yourself. Even if you give cup to 2 girls, they're promoting it for you. Because girls are always on Snapchat, they're always on Insta Story.
And that brand is there.
So it's all about you helping you. Don't look for nobody else to do it. You understand? So the best advice I could give the youths and them coming up is just market yourself. Spend the money. It's gonna cost, but spend it. Jump on a flight. pay the money to go to these carnivals, go network.
It's expensive, bro.
You have to. You wanna get
It's
into it.
expensive, bro.
Imagine us doing this back in the days when there was no social media and we had to build a name off of just people talking about you. Now they have it so easy that they could just show up and take a little picture. Hey, I was here, and like, wow, you was there, cool. Or you go meet this one, somebody introduce you to somebody that they know, and then before you know it, it's a branch, it's a tree. It trickles down onto who know who, you know who. You introduce them to this one, that one, and you move on from there.
Marketing, 100%.
Market 101.
I like that. I actually gonna take some advice from that. There's some little things that trickled in my head because of what you just said, which, like I said, is a great point. Juggling emotions of life, your personal life. How do you find balance? You fly every single weekend. You have your personal life. You're not afforded to have another job. That's not an option for you because you do so much within your brand. You have a household DJ buddy who plays with you. And that's back to basics. Do you play with anybody else but back to basics, or you guys are just hand in hand?
That's the thing about it. Like, a lot of people think that me and Back to Basics is a team, but we're not. And it's weird because we're separate entities. But because we hang out so much, like I've known Ricardo for over 20 years, so we actually friends. And the friendship and the bond that we have, it shows on stage.
It's so cohesive when you play together.
People love the chemistry that me and this kid have. And every time like we come off a stage, there's 6 other bookings. And it's like, oh my God, what happened? Ricardo can't play by himself, Tony can't mic by himself. Like, there's other people that I work with. I work with Private Ryan all the time. I work with Lord Hype all the time. I work with other people. But the schedule, it's all about scheduling it to make it happen. But people actually prefer me and Ricardo. So these promoters, they call us and they said, yeah, ting. So what's Ricardo doing too? Or they'll call Ricardo, so what's Tony doing too? Because the chemistry is just there and they love it.
It's dope. Yeah, when you guys rock on stage together, it's a whole different energy. Yeah. I didn't party much for Carnival this year. I wasn't out that much. I had my own personal things going on. But the last time that I really rocked with y'all was in Brooklyn.
In New York.
We went to Black something.
Was it Blackness?
Blackness.
Yeah.
The energy in that party. I don't like to sweat though. Yeah. Like, I don't like to sweat at all. But in that party, everybody started to take off their shoes. Yeah. Who was winding down to the ground? And it just took me back because now you go into events and everybody's on Snapchat and social media trying to post and glamorize where they at and who's around.
Right.
And within this event, it was a matter of, rock out and everybody having a good time. And I was sweating, I was dancing, I was rocking out. I was like,
that's the vibe. That's the vibe of that party.
You know, it was amazing. You guys command your stage, you command your audience, and I absolutely love the energy that y'all bring. And going back to my point on what I was asking, you have a personal life. Right. You know what I mean? I'm tired with the things that I do, just based here. Constant flying, airport rush, this, that, and the other, coming home to your kids, whatever. How do you find balance? When do you sleep? When do you eat? When do you shop? How do you find balance in what you do?
Like, you have to make it. You have to make that time to do these things. Like, I have to make time for my kids. You understand? If I don't, like, my daughter is 4 and she flips out when I'm away for so long. You know, thank God for certain things like FaceTime and stuff like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she has her iPad, so she just calls me when she wants. So it doesn't matter. Like, I'm always connected with them.
Right.
But the fact that being away for so long, you know, Daddy, when you coming home, Daddy, when you coming home, it kind of gets to you a little bit too. But at the same time, you have to know how to balance it. So I tend to fit the schedule around it, where like maybe if I'm leaving on a weekend, and I still get to come back home on Tuesday, so I can be home for the week, and then I leave again on Thursday. But I'm there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just have to find the time to balance that while doing other stuff, because it can't just be about this. You know what I mean?
Correct. Do you feel like you're missing time in their lives?
Or
you have that down pack where the balance works, where you
Sometimes I just get a little mood, you know, I just get a little mood where, you know, I'm missing the kids. I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a nice little balance there where I think, you know, the older boy understand, you know, he understand what it is that I do now. My second boy, he definitely understands because he's so into the maps and the countries now.
Right.
That I bought him a big globe and like he writes off the places that I go. And he told me that he want to go visit them too. You know what I mean? Like he knows what's going on.
Right.
So I kind of find a way to balance off what it is I do, but you know, the kids is definitely first.
You think the boys will follow in your footsteps? How does that look? Because you know they see you around, they see what you do,
Right.
social media. Even if kids are heavy on YouTube.
Right.
A daddy video might come up, you know,
Right.
where you're miking in an event or somebody put a clipping.
Probably the second boy, not the first one.
Second one?
He's a teenager. He don't have no time for me, so you know, like,
He's at that age.
yeah, he do business. He want Jordans.
Fair enough. You have a band. Tell me about it. And surprisingly, it's not in your country, Trinidad. Tell us how the idea came up and what is the goal, or what's the dream behind this band and what you have coming for 2019.
All right. About 4 or 5 years ago was the first time I ever been to Grenada Spice Mass, and
Amazing.
I literally fell in love with this place. Not only the carnival, but the people on our whole in Grenada. It's like out of this world. They're so nice. It's like nobody I never met nowhere. You know what I mean? Like the atmosphere in this place is amazing, and it's not like dipping your toe. It's like I just jumped in.
Yeah.
I just jumped in the culture. I didn't know the music. I didn't know nothing, and I just went to hear it. And I fell in love with this carnival. I fell in love with the music. I fell in love with the food. And I said, wow, as long as I live, I'm missing this carnival. So maybe about a year and a half ago, a friend of mine who I know well, you know, he hit me up and he said, we need to have an idea about something, and I don't want to do it without you, because you was previously working with some people and I saw you build a brand. I saw you build a band. And you left and totally rebranded yourself and did everything. Like, your marketing strategy is amazing.
Right.
And I don't want to do this without you. And I said, what is this? He said, I want to bring a band to Grenada.
Says a lot about yourself.
And I said, wow, yeah. We sit down, we work some logistics out or whatever. And I said, we could do this. And we started it last year. We had 3 sections within a band.
Okay.
Which kind of helped out with the expenses as well. So I said, it's our first time coming. We don't want to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Go for broke.
Right.
So we did that, but this year we totally going full-fledged out on my own by myself, and the wheels moving. The wheels moving right now.
And what's the name of the band?
The name of the band is Zenova Experience.
And how did that name come about?
Well, basically the Zenova, if you kind of look at the X a little bit, it kind of look like Tony
That's
X a
Tony
little
X,
bit,
right.
but it's a cleaner version of the X, because the way that we marketing it is because I wanna kind of bring it's not Zenova Carnival, it's not Zenova the band, it's Zenova Experience. I want people to come to Grenada and experience the same way I experienced it 5 years ago. I want them to feel like when you reach there, like wow, this is amazing. But I'm in Grenada, but yet still I feel like I'm in Trinidad, because I want to implement certain things on the road that they never seen. We talking VIP trucks and these kind of things, air conditioned trucks, and
Zenova 2019 Spice Mass, I will be there.
So like different things we trying to bring on the road and show even people in Grenada that yes, you guys can play mass and have fun the same way that they do in Trinidad.
Right.
But this is our experience. This is how I want you to experience it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Is there, based on your research, is there a lot of people from Grenada that come over to Trinidad for Carnival to experience it?
Of course, a lot of people.
I haven't interacted with much. I know probably 2 or 3. And I know quite a few people myself from Grenada, from a couple of projects that I worked on back in the day. And as you said, it's an amazing place. It's small, but it's so quiet. It's peaceful. It's so serene. I love their food. So I can imagine, the experience that you're going to create within the band. So congratulations with that as well.
Thank you very much.
Where can we see you this year? I know we had a time on Uber Soca Cruise last year. Where are some of the countries that we could see you for 2019?
We got Jamaica coming up, Bermuda. We have St. Lucia, St. Vincent, definitely Grenada, London. I said Bermuda already. What else?
Your passport thick, sir?
No, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a lot. It's a lot going
I've
on.
been
Guyana
saying for
this
3
year as well.
years that I'm going to Bermuda. I can't reach yet.
Yeah, Bermuda's
Jermaine
fun.
and them been saying, girl, come.
Bermuda
I
is
can't
fun.
reach.
You would love it.
I
You would
can't
love it.
reach yet.
It's such a different kind of fun, but you have to go to see for yourself. It's dope.
I've been sick 3 years.
And it's
I can't
sexy.
reach.
You fit right in.
Left side or the right side? Which one? No, but I've definitely, Uber Soca Cruise for me this year, definitely. I am trying my very best to get to Jamaica. I've been missing it every year as well too. Something always comes up. And y'all have talked about how good it is. And, you know, touching on Back to Basic as well, he told me that he had something going on, I think it's in New York, Memorial Weekend,
Right.
that he wanted to talk to me as well too. So maybe this year, because I haven't been to New York for Memorial in about these last 3 years?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
something huge in New York.
These
Memorial
last
Monday.
3 years has just been topsy-turvy for me, but I'm hoping to see you in Jamaica.
Yes.
I'm hoping to see you in
Bermuda.
Look, I'm hoping to see you in Bermuda. I'm definitely gonna rock it on Uber Soca Cruise.
And definitely Spice
Duh.
Plus.
Zanova is sponsoring me, guys. This y'all are seeing this. Zanova Mass, Zanova the band, Zanova the experience is sponsoring me, Jamie Romeo,
I
for
don't know what you're
Carnival
talking about.
2019. So you will see me in Grenada. Hey, I'm willing to work. You know me.
We'll talk. Boo.
I'm willing to work, so I might be in Spice Mass. Guys, this is Tony X, yours truly, Jamie Romeo. It has been a pleasure to have my dear friend here. Remember to subscribe. Actually, tell them about your social media platforms.
But you can find me anyway. I am Tony Cross on Twitter, on Snapchat. Nobody use Snapchat anymore, so
Hey, I do.
Don't look for you still on
I
Snapchat.
love Snapchat. I like to hear my voice change like this.
Always just use Snapchat for the filter.
Well,
I am Tony Cross.
My
Simple.
filters, Snapchat is only for Snapchat. I don't export it to
Serious?
Instagram. Yeah, I just play with it on Snapchat. I love the little mousy voices. I don't know why.
And of course, I am Tony Cross on Instagram. That's it. You can find me there. You can click the link, email, and you'll get a message from my manager.
I was
Not
gonna
me,
say,
though.
how do I book you?
Just click the message thing and she'll answer you. Not me.
Guys, this is Tony Cross, yours truly, Jamie Romeo. Remember to subscribe, click the link on my Instagram, which is LipstickSheWrote, LipstickSheWrote. I'll have a next episode for you next week. I'm so glad and grateful for every single one of you. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
I was like, all right.
Oh, nice. See that one thing.
Yeah, please, friend, please.